I mean, obviously, when you guys were founded, like you said, you were preparing to build the new building and just get that parish really established. So, when was it that you kind of started working on the communications per se, and how did that kind of start off?
Yeah, that was probably more, as I mentioned, when we opened, I was in college at the time. And so I was really just working part-time as the musician for the parish. So I would, direct a couple of rehearsals each week and then come in to play the weekend masses. That was while we were still at the high school. And then once I had graduated from college, Father Herb, our pastor, Father Herb, had asked me to come full-time and to not only develop the music program, but also kind of beef up our youth ministry program and then develop kind of a communication strategy for what we're doing. We had a website, but it wasn't great. And, I think the mid to late 2000s was still kind of a transitional time as far as like web design and things. You had very hit or miss websites, and most Catholic churches have miss websites. So we wanted to make sure that ours would be a hit, so that people could easily and readily find information about the parish that is most importantly up to date with what's actually happening here.
Well, and anybody who visits the website can see that you guys really put a lot of thought and a lot of effort into planning the website because it is laid out very, very well. I have to say, congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah, we worked with actually a company helped us to do that. I can't take all of the credit myself. I don't do coding or HTML or anything like that. My famous line around here is I just play the piano. So I, I'm not afraid to ask for help from people that are professionals in their fields to get the job done. But actually, the website that you see now, the one that's currently up, we just launched a little over a year ago when Pope John the 23rd was canonized a saint. So we kind of did a rebrand, a new parish, a new name, and we did a rebrand of the website. Obviously, we had to redo all of our logos and branding for everything else, so it just kind of worked. But since the parish has started, this is actually our fourth design on the website, three of which I did, and then the first one when the parish first opened.
Wow, that's a great insight. So about 2 years for every kind of edition of the website, pretty much.
Yeah, I would say 2 to 3, maybe sometimes 4 years. Part of I'm a person that tends to like change and keeping things kind of fresh. I
Mm,
know there also has to be the balance that people get used to where they find information, and so when you change a website on people, they sometimes can be frustrated because I used to know where this was, but now I can't find it. So I think the key with when you change the design, it doesn't mean you have to change how people navigate.
right,
You can put a new outfit on and still be the same person.
right.
So I think we kept a lot of the navigation the same, the general categories of where things can be found, but obviously adding new features and content as we go.
So the company that you guys worked with, was that a secular company or was that kind of somebody that you knew from the community, or how did that come about?
No, I really do love looking at church websites. I just love to see what other people have. And I came across this website one day, and when I looked at it, I thought this cannot be a Catholic church website. I mean, it was so, and I hate to say that, but I did a double take because it was so beautifully designed. And I looked, you can go down to the bottom of the page then to see who developed the site for them, and it was a company called Sheepish Designs. And they also go by another name, Blend 5. And they are religiously affiliated. So they do work with ministries, not necessarily just Catholic. They work with all denominations of churches. But they're very good at helping you step away from, I just want a really good looking website and say, what's the heart of my mission in my presence online? And defining that first, because it's very easy to say, well, we need to get our bulletin up and we need to get information about first communion classes up and a picture of the pastor. But I think churches first have to decide what's the purpose of our mission online. Like when somebody's coming to our website, what are they trying to find? Obviously, one of the top things people are looking for are what time does this parish celebrate mass on Sundays? So you want that to be prominent. But I think churches also want to figure out what else are people looking for.
Right. And definitely that mission is so constant throughout the website. And that's one of the things that I love about it.